Hello everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a thorough review of a very versatile XLR microphone that can be used in many different types of case scenarios. So with me today, I have the Mirfak NP-10. Now, I know that the Mirfak brand isn't as well known as other manufacturers out there, such as maybe Sennheiser or maybe Rode, just to name a few. However, I would not let this be a reason for you to overlook this XLR microphone. So just to give you a bit of a spoiler for this video, I've had the opportunity to sort of use this microphone and see how the microphone sounds in different case scenarios. And I can confidently say that this microphone performs pretty well. Now, you will have your opportunity to form your own opinion, as I will be doing a series of sound tests using this XLR microphone. So the sound test will be composed of me using the XLR microphone in an ASMR style recording, so that you can see how well the microphone captures fine details and how well it is capable of capturing generic sounds. And in addition to that, I will use the microphone to record some vocals in a more quiet space, such as where we are now in this room. And I will also bring the microphone outdoors so that I can demonstrate how well the microphone performs in a more noisy environment. So with that being said, let's go ahead with the thorough review and unboxing of the Mirfak NP-10 professional shotgun microphone. Alright, look right down below, click the like and the subscribe button. Every like and every subscription goes a long way in helping the channel grow to its next stage. So for those of you who have been watching and will like the content, thank you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, then also be sure to hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when I do post new content to this channel. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and let's get into the next segment of this video. Alright, so before we get into any more fine details pertaining to the microphone itself, let's just take a quick moment just to appreciate the attention to detail that Mirfak has put into designing the packaging. So it's my opinion that having a good first impression is very important when you are presenting anything to anyone. And I like the fact that Mirfak has put together a very stylish boxing, and I think it gives the user a good impression or a good sort of sentiment as to what they can expect from the product. So good job on Mirfak for the packaging. Now let's go on to what exactly the microphone bundle comes with. So as soon as you open up the box, you'll notice that there's not much in terms of accessories. However, the accessories that it does come with are, I would say, pretty essential. So let's start off with the foam filter that you can see here. So this is a very useful tool because it helps you to reduce plosive sounds that might occur when you are speaking into the microphone. And in addition to that, if you are using the microphone outdoors, it will help you to reduce environmental wind sounds. So having this foam filter, I would say, is very important when using this XLR microphone. And I had the opportunity to use the microphone both with the foam filter and without it, and using it really delivers an overall better sound quality. So I like the fact that Mirfak has included this within this microphone bundle. In addition to that, you will also see that there is a microphone clip. Now, although it looks very simple, I would say that it is actually pretty vital to the microphone bundle because it gives you a way of mounting or setting up your XLR microphone for your home setup. And what I mean by this is that by using this clip, you would mount the microphone onto this clip, and then on the other end, it will allow you to either mount the microphone onto a table stand or onto a scissor arm stand, such as what I have here. So you essentially take the clip and just screw it on, just like that. Now, the microphone bundle does not come with the scissor arm stand, so If you are planning on using the microphone, let's just say for your home setup to do music recording with vocals, maybe if you're doing streaming, voice conferencing calls, then if this is your plan, then I would definitely consider picking up one of these accessories. And I will leave some Amazon links down below in the case that you do want to pick up one that is compatible with this microphone bundle. So with that being said, that pretty much concludes the accessories that comes with this microphone bundle. So now let's move on to the centerpiece of the microphone bundle, which is the microphone itself. So here is the Mirfak NP-10, and I think the reason why it is called NP-10 is because it is 10 inches in length. And immediately when I took this out of the microphone box, I noticed that it had some weight to it, which led me to believe that it was made out of metal. And sure enough, it is actually made out of a brass metal. So in terms of durability, you're definitely going to get longevity in terms of build quality from this XLR microphone. And looking at the back of the XLR microphone, you will see that there are 3 gold-plated pins, which is going to assist in maximizing the overall sound performance of the XLR microphone. Now, if I can just get a little bit scientific with you, this is a super cardioid pattern microphone. So what this means is that it is designed to pick up sound that is coming right in front of the microphone. So sounds that are on the side or behind essentially are canceled out due to the design of the slits that are on the side of the tubing. Now, it is to be noted that this XLR microphone does not have a way to be powered independently. You cannot use it with batteries. So if you are planning on using this XLR microphone, you will have to have a way of powering it up. And that would be through the use of an audio interface if you're using it at home. However, if you do plan on using it outdoors, then maybe getting something like a Zoom recorder would be very useful. Or you can also get a phantom powered device or an audio interface designed specifically for your DSLR camera so that you can record it directly into your camera. So again, this microphone doesn't come with a lot of accessories, so there are some additional things that you will have to buy so that you can use this microphone either outdoor or even indoor. So this is something to keep in mind when considering to buy this microphone bundle. So with that being said, let's move on to the important part of this video, which is the sound test. So as I mentioned before, I am going to start off with an ASMR style recording so that you can see how well this microphone picks up fine details. And I will follow that up with 2 vocal sound tests, one indoor and then one outdoor. So without further ado, let's get going with the sound test. Alright, so as you just saw from the ASMR recording, the microphone was actually pretty good at capturing those fine details. So in that particular setup, the microphone was positioned about maybe 1 foot away from the items that was creating the sound. And in addition to that, I had set my audio interface to approximately 50%. Now, the only post editing that I did do on that audio was just to boost the gain so that you can hear the amount of detail that the microphone was capable of capturing. So as you can see, if you want to use this microphone to do sort of video production work, maybe you want to capture some sound effects, then you can definitely do that with this microphone. So I think that this kind of highlights the versatility that this microphone really has. And for this reason, I believe, again, this is why it has that professional tag applied to the microphone. So this is just the first part of the sound test. So we still need to test out how the microphone performs in terms of capturing sound or my vocals. So let's get the microphone hooked on to the SCISSOR arm stand so that we can get going with the vocal test. And I think that this is how the majority of you will be using this microphone. So maybe again for your streaming, to capture audio for your music production, maybe doing voice conferencing calls, voice over work. So let's take a quick look at how this microphone would perform under these types of circumstances. Alright, so as you can see here, I have the microphone set up on the SCISSOR arm stand, and as mentioned earlier, the setup is pretty straightforward. The only thing to be aware of as well is that the microphone doesn't come with an XLR cable. So in order to connect the microphone to your audio interface, you will need to get an XLR male to female cable in order to have that set up. Now, it is also very important to note that as you are hearing me now, it is not yet through the Mirfak NP-10, but rather through the lavalier microphone that I have set up here. But I will indicate down below when you are in fact hearing the Mirfak NP-10. Now, to get things started, I just want to sort of give you a quick demonstration as to how the noise floor is on this microphone. So to do that visually, I have Audacity open, and I just wanted you to just take notice of the sound meter that is here, and it is pretty much tracking the sound that is coming from the microphone. Now, right now I have the gain set to approximately 75%. The only noise that's in the room might be coming from my PC as well as my lighting that has a fan on it. Now, if I were to just stay quiet for a few seconds, you'll see that there is almost no self noise being generated by the microphone. So as you can see here, the microphone is pretty quiet. And this is something that I would expect from a microphone at this price point. Now, this is not the most expensive microphone, but it's not the cheapest either. So at least at this price point, I'm happy that you're getting pretty good performance from the components. So now let's move on to the sound test. So in order to do this, I'm just going to read a sample commercial that I found online, just to give you an idea of how the microphone will sound in a more quiet environment. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? The way the water sparkled below, a beautiful green-blue gradient of ocean, the rush of the wind lifting you as you were literally flying, the sound of the air gliding against the silken canopy of your sail. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? No? Make memories for your senses and travel. All right. So this is how the microphone performs under normal conditions where the environment is relatively quiet. So you can form your own opinion as to what you think about how that sounded. Now for the third part of the sound test is to test the microphone outdoors and see how it performs in a more noisy space and how well the microphone does in canceling out background noises. So without further ado, let's get to the third part of this sound test. All right, so as you can tell, we're finally set up outdoors. It's a beautiful sunny day. There's some wind in the background, but not that much. There's also a little bit of construction to the left of me, and behind me there's a lot of passing cars and pedestrians. So hopefully this creates an ideal situation for us to test out how this microphone performs in a noisy environment. Now, with that being said, as you are hearing me now, it is not yet through the XLR microphone, but through my lavalier microphone. But I will indicate once I do make the transfer. In terms of my setup, unfortunately, I don't have an audio interface that I can connect directly into my DSLR camera so that I can record there. However, I do have my laptop as well as my audio interface that I use indoors. And in terms of the setup, the gain is going to be set to approximately 50%, just as in the indoor test, and the microphone is going to be positioned maybe 6 to 8 inches away from my mouth. So with that being said, let's move on ahead with the sample reading. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? The way the water sparkled below, a beautiful green-blue gradient of ocean, the rush of the wind lifting you as you were literally flying, the sound of the air gliding against the silken canopy of your sail. Do you remember parasailing off the coast of Jamaica? No? Make memories for your senses and travel. Alright, so there you have it. This concludes the third part of the sound test. And now for the next part, I'm just going to give you my opinion as to whether or not this is a microphone that I would recommend for the general user. Alright, so this pretty much concludes the three-part sound test for this microphone. And as you saw, and as I saw as well, I feel as though the microphone performs pretty well in all of the different categories. So this is not the most feature-filled microphone. It doesn't have a battery so that it can operate independently. So you are going to be required to get some other accessories or equipment in order for it to work. However, once it is all set up, I feel as though it delivers in what it was meant to do. So if you're looking for something to improve your overall sound quality for your production work, or even if you're just doing streaming, voice conferencing calls, anything of that nature, I think that this microphone is going to fit the bill for that. Now, it is not the most cheap microphone out there, and it's not the most expensive, but it comes in at a very nice mid-tier price point. But again, if you want to get that sort of professional sound, then you are going to have to spend a little bit more money in order to get to that point. And I think that Mirfak has met that objective in bringing a good sounding microphone to the market that is not going to break the bank. So good job on Mirfak for bringing this product to the market. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. And as I mentioned before, every like and every subscription goes a long way in helping the channel to grow. So thank you for those of you who have been watching, and I hope to see you at the next video. So until next time, take care for now.